Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to give you a little bit of a reflection back on the Entertainer 2016 pack. Remember, was it last week I did the the new Entertainer pack, which an awful lot of people have messaged to say how terrible it is and how bad it is, and what a terrible choice for Yamaha to put out. Maybe not so if you're in Germany, maybe you love that sort of thing, but for the rest of the world, I've got a distinct feeling that it's been an absolute flop. However, the thing that I can't understand and confuses the life out of me is, how can Yamaha go from a 2016 pack, which sounds like this, it's a very usable style. I mean, you can... And that's just the first one in the pack. You've got Shuffle Rock. Sorry, that was Party Rock, just to let you know in case you were not understanding what the party was. We've got the Shuffle Rock. Very jiggy. Yeah, you know what the song is, don't you? And it works brilliantly. It works really well. Swing Schlager. Da-da. I really don't like those do-de-do things. It just makes the instrument sound so cheesy. Cheese. Yeah, you know the one. 500 Mile Rock. Scottish hit, obviously, in the German Schlager melody. But the thing is, these styles are all very different. That wasn't the word I was looking for. Okay, come on. There we go. And I'm only 5 in, and don't forget that with this particular pack there is 8 pages of content, and I don't think there was originally. I think the first time it came out, I mean, there's been various versions of this. The first one I think that came out had, I think it was 20, 25, and then it sort of got an update when it came to Genos 1, I think it was. And of course you've got sort of nice styles like this in here as well. Very sort of happy, bouncy sort of music. And then this is, for me, this has always been the star of the show for this particular pack, and it's called Entertainer Band. And there's a lot of things that you can play with this. Now let me just find one of my organ sounds that I like to use. Where is it? Because again, being an entertainer pack, you it's just a really very easy song style to play with. It comes up with a whole 100 of different songs that you can play, and it's a great pack. I mean, like I say to you, there's no comparison between this and the new one. You think Lola's got anything to do with this? Okay. And of course, you can always add a little bit of something by bringing in some of the strumming guitars. And of course, interestingly enough, that variation D has that sort of... Anyway. So that's another one in there. You've got Jive 2. Another great rhythm, and bear in mind these are in the entertainer pack, not the we can only play one song with. This is the entertainer pack, so there's lots and lots and lots of really nice. In fact, you've got an English waltz in the German pack here. Let's just see what that sounds like. Okay. another nice style. Apparently this is Disco Fox from 2013. I can't even remember being around in 2013. Oh, okay. Very umpire-y. Yeah, it is what it is. It says on the tin. It's called Entertainer for a reason, and it is really entertaining to play with. More so for the fact that you've actually got generic sort of styles for things like samba, rumba, bossa. They're all in there. These are cool. The one thing I do notice is in Genos 2, some of the levels are really quite low. Things like the drums, I mean that now kicks. Just by increasing the drum volume, the bit more bass. Trianing 3. That's a really good samba. Very, very usable. And again, let's try the rumba, seeing as we're in the Latin mood. Oh, hello. One of those romantic ones. Let me just add a bit more sort of romantic reverb onto that piano. It's quite it's a really nice style. Yeah, I could play that for hours. That's Rumba 2, so that's a highly recommended one. Rose Waltz. Doesn't really go. Another nice, very Germanic sort of sound with that sort of castanet going. Romantica. I'm jumping around these like somebody gone mad, but I should have started from one and worked my way through, but I don't work like that, as you well know. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping for a piano. It's another nice start, and these, bear in mind, 2016 was a long time ago, and they're all still very relevant, very playable. Oh, I thought it was playing a Looney Tunes theme then. Da 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 da. It is. It's kind of a rip-off of the. Let me just have a go to variation B. The nice thing with these is you can immediately think of another song that is within your region, your country, that you could use these styles for. For example, Russ Abbott's Atmosphere. Well, atmosphere. Da, 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 da. I'm not going to sing. Yeah, I'm not into that sort of stuff anymore. No, that's Schlager Jive. Ooh, that's nice. Connie Francis immediately comes to mind. That's very good. What should we try next? Schlager Disco Fox. Says what it. Yeah, very nice. Bit of rock guitar. another great one. The pack is full of stuff. It really is. And unless you're the sort of person that just generally hates happy music, then this is really quite a good pack. And I'm quite pleased in a way that I've reinstalled it and gone back to it. Oh, hang on. Let me show you something. This is the golden element to this pack. The voicing that comes with this expansion. Again, the other one doesn't have any voices whatsoever. Shame. But the voices that are actually in this expansion pack are really, really good. And there's one that stands out like nobody. I'm just trying to find the damn thing. Where is it gone? It's in there. Is it just the oh, there we go. Crowd legato. Now this. It's one of the best sounds Yamaha have ever made. That and shadow guitar. Stick Me on a Desert Island. Those two sounds happy as anything. I remember doing a demonstration of this in a festival in Blackpool, would you believe? And I just started playing using this, and the person that had walked past me did a double turn and came back and said, "What is that?" And I showed them, and I said, "Look, this is one of the voices in the crowd legato in the expansion." And they were like, "My God, that's incredible!" And it really is quite impressive. Works brilliantly well for DJ artsy pieces, things like Hey Baby and all that sort of entertainer stuff. And of course, don't forget there's things like orchestra hits. You got the fantastic Schlager drum kit, which never heard anything like that until that one appeared. No other company had done anything. Some nice bell sounds, actually nicer, I would say, than some of the sounds that are offered in a Genos 2. Still better than. So all these voices are available. It's just remembering to go to expansion packs and call them up, because you just get so used to using the voices in the instrument as opposed to going to one of the expansions. This is another great one as well. I mean, who doesn't like that? Very clever who came up with the idea of designing that. That was a piece of work. That really is very, very clever. So yeah, so you've got some really tremendous sounds in the expansion for 2016. I can imagine now Yamaha's server's going to go poof, because everybody's going to go and download this. But given the choice between the new one and this one just wins hands down. I don't even know whether a few of my friends who are German also have said it's not for me. So it's quite interesting. Well, there you go. I don't know what else to show you, really. I mean, obviously, there's more styles. You've got Silver Rock Ballad. But I don't want to take the fun out of you downloading it. That's not so sure on that one. Let's go for the. Now you see, I expected a guitar on that last one. What a shame. I'll have to change that. Let's put that in there. Right, okay. Ending. They all seem just a little step too quiet. That's better. Maybe not quite that loud. Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, I'm not going to have the whole thing sort of gone through because, as I say, it's going to ruin the fun for you. But I do recommend you download this and install it. It's one of the few packs that I use and actually enjoy using. The other one is the Country Musician. That is phenomenally good. So if you haven't got Country Musician installed in your Genos or your SX, then you really need to go and get that because that has some tremendous styles. And I think it's one of the reasons why, because Genos never used to be quite so hot in the old country and western division. Sorry, not Genos, Tyros. Tyros 3, 4, 5, it was okay. And then when Genos 1 appeared, the country and western, it's like somebody suddenly hired a country and western musician. The styles went from sort of a level 1 to a level 9. And of course, the Country Musician pack's been out for a very long time, but I noticed in the Genos 2, the country section, some of the styles are just absolutely incredibly good. For example, you've got some really nice modern country stuff, as well as the usual sort of, Anyway, that's to come in another video, I'm sure. But in terms of expansions, they are really very, very good. They are free, of course. You don't have to pay for them anymore, despite the fact I paid 150 quid for nearly all of them. But, I can forgive you for that, but Yamaha. But in terms of content, it gives you a whole world of stuff that's extra. And I say this about this keyboard and all Yamaha products. It's what makes the instrument entertaining is the fact there is so much content for it, and great content. You don't have to spend a load of money buying styles. There's lots of places where you can download content for the Yamaha, and to be fair, other keyboards are just neglected. There isn't really that sort of vast library that seems to be with the Yamaha ecosystem. So you buy one of these, or you buy an SX, and you buy a Tyros even, and you don't just sort of sit there and think, well, that's it, that's all's in the box. I'm stuck. You're not. There's a whole host of sounds, voices, multi-pads, styles, all out there for you to download if you look for them online. So there you go. Anyway, I thought I would just quickly sort of have a revisit of 2016. That was way before the pandemic and all the way the whole country went down the pan. But everything was good then. At least I think it was from memory. But either way, it's still a great pack to download now and install. So do give it a try. Before you go anywhere, don't disappear just yet. I'd like you, if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. But I'd also like you to take a look at the Genos Club, because anybody who owns a Genos or an SX 900 920 Genos 1 There is a club where you can download content on a weekly basis, all new stuff, tutorials, learn about the instrument, everything like that. If you go to Patreon, patreon.com/Genos Club, take a look. There's over 1,300 videos. There's about 340 styles. There's just masses of stuff on there. Have a look. Really worth taking the time to have a browse. Because apart from anything else, it keeps your enthusiasm with the instrument, and it sort of keeps you bubbling along instead of just sitting there thinking, well, I've had enough of this. The content has come to the end. Just go and have a look at the Genos Club. There's loads of stuff for you to play. So there you go. So do click subscribe, click the little bell for other notifications, because other videos do appear. I do like to say also to everybody who's watching and does regularly watch, thank you so much. I think the thing that I've sort of become aware of is the fact that you trust my view. I'm not here to tell you everything's wonderful, because it's not, and you buy one of these and you're going to have the same disappointment that I would have. And I've bought so many keyboards and I keep saying this, I've bought so many keyboards in the past based on other videos and sort of people going, oh, this is wonderful, this is the best thing since sliced bread, and then you get it home and you think, actually, it's a pile of pants. Why didn't he tell me it didn't do this, or why didn't he tell me it doesn't do that? I can safely say with the Genos, there's only the expansion memory, and that again is kind of one of those difficult situations, because I think Yamaha needs to understand that customers want to put content in here. They want more sounds. They want sounds that they like. They want to make their own sounds and styles. So it's I think it's something that they're fully aware of, and obviously are working on, I'm sure. But I prefer to be honest with you, because it's the same memory size as it was in the Genos 1. So don't expect miracles, because they didn't happen, unfortunately. But that was, again, down to circumstances. We were in a pandemic, and obviously a lot of stuff didn't get made. In fact, I remember ordering a car that never turned up. It took ages. That was all because people couldn't get parts. People weren't manufacturing, and of course things were restricted and limited in terms of... So, everything suffered. But this thing is, and I say this every video, it is still the best keyboard on the market, without a doubt. I'll play anything, I will, and I'll tell you if there's never a better keyboard than this, I'll tell you about it. But trust me, there isn't. Absolutely is not. It's easy to use. It sounds incredible. You sit down at it and you think, I want to do this, it will do it. And you think, I want to try and add this to it, and you can. I've never yet come up against a brick wall with this instrument. And for those of you who've already got one, you'll probably agree. It is the best thing out there. And I think Yamaha need a bit more competition, to be brutally honest. Because they can't sit back on the laurels and sort of go, well, we've made a good keyboard, let's just throw a few more voices in it again. It needs to evolve, and it needs to give us a bit more of a challenge as well. So there you go. That's the end of the video. You can now officially turn off and go back to doing what you were doing. But I do thank you ever so much for watching. I thank you for your support, and for those of you who even leave tips. I don't ask for tips. I never ask for anything. I don't want anything sort of to appear like I'm begging, or if you want to make a donation, you can do that. It's lovely. I don't ask for it. So those of you who do that just out of the generosity of your own hearts, thank you so much. And I'm going to leave you there for today. I will be back with some more videos on more expansions and more sounds for the instrument, just to give you that feel of what you can achieve. I'm going to also cover the strings, because the strings, I know many of you find, and I certainly find, that the strings in here are pretty scratchy and sort of nails down a chalkboard. But there are string alternatives you can download and add to your keyboard, so I'll show you in another video. Until next time, my friends, you look after yourselves, take care, keep playing, enjoy whatever instrument you own. And yeah, definitely, if you are thinking on moving to a Genos from another product, I can say wholeheartedly, without any sales pitch, you're going to be very happy. You really are. Okay, well, we'll see you later. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.